Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to a timeless Justice for Scorpio reading where we discuss the topic of justice. However, this sister energy on this channel, which belongs to Sekhmet, wants to have the conversation. Bear in mind that you have tapped into a collective reading that I, 7th, am holding at this time. This is not a personal one-to-one connection that you and I actually set time for, so it's important that you remember utilizing your discernment within this reading is imperative to taking the bits and pieces that you like and leaving anything behind with me that may not have been to your liking. As already mentioned, this is Sekhmet's channel. To get to her sister channel of Basset, feel free to check out that description box below. And know that there are other various forms of links to travel through my content, as well as gaining access to my website, where you can find information as to who I am, 7th, and book any services that I have available for you at this time. Again, whatever brings you here, any type of association you have to the terminology of Scorpio is in true form. And lastly, remember that the energies that I will provide are going to come from the highest form of vibrational honor bestowed upon me, 7th. And know that you, the listener, might find the energies to be merciful and or merciless. However, again, it will be in true form to hearing Sekhmet's dialogue. I didn't know what to say. All right. Again, I'm 7th, aka Master 7th, that reads these energies for you. I'm a master healer that provides remote wellness alignments and tarot intuitive insights such as this. And please remember that feminine and masculine energies are non-gender specific. However, femininity has both femininity and masculinity. Masculinity as well has both femininity and masculinity. All right, Justice for Scorpio. Let's get into your reading. Coming up for air, huh? Getting a little bit of a break. A little bit of a break from trying times. And boy, hasn't been trying. All right, we have 5 of Pentacles with the 7 of Cups and the Moon card here. You've been on the other side of the moon, all right? You've been dabbling in sadness, in unfairness, in things that haven't ultimately been in your control to really have any say-so on how the battle is either being won or lost. And that's part of the unfortunate burdens of the emotional discoveries and the emotional pursuit in life, is that the emotions don't carry the highest form of intelligence to it, but gravitate the body towards understanding emotional intelligence. Well, then you've mastered emotional intelligence. There's a hypocrisy and a contradiction that the ether truly loves and finds absolutely delicious. And in that deliciousness is a way to feel suppressed, compressed, depressed, or free, or sovereign. All of them might aim towards the same idea, but one feels the most truest, the most at home, the most realist, the most possible. And that is going to feel more or less and also be termed and felt with the word sovereign, rather than free, rather than depression, rather than compression, rather than sickness. They all have a version of anxiety. But to claim sovereignty while having anxiety, while having panic, makes living with anxiety, possible doubts of panic, less of a burden. So what does that all mean? The ambiguous parts that seem to be the rebellious ways of behaving being polished up and being said collectively, it's okay to be like this too. There's a true form in being like this. However, that this can be permeating itself in your reality is however this will be a personal message for you. However, action or dissatisfaction or a journey of life being able to permeate itself through this message and being like, oh, I agree with that, is exactly the way that it wants to form itself of a possibility for you. And then there's a fear of that vulnerability, of that authenticity. That fear being, are you trapped within a relationship within yourself or another person? Is the fact that you have that exploitation of vulnerability and authenticity something that is going to be betrayed and backhanded? Or are you going to get everything recycled back to you in the truest form, if not more higher profits? And that's the teetering moon cycles of shit being wrong on a Monday, how it can still be just as wrong on a fucking Friday, just seeping itself through. Although Tuesday comes, you don't want it. Wednesday comes, you don't want it. Thursday, you don't want it. But it all has like this cord of like connection. This inevitability. The only thing to really fight this inevitability is perspective. The more you can shapeshift with what is, the more of a less blow you will have, because you shapeshifted into something less intrusive. But that is via emotions, trials and tribulations, losses of connection, loss of self, physical losses of a person, loss of money, pain loss, a bump, bruises. That's the bumper cars of life, right? Some are more fucked up and scarring than others. Some are more memorable, some are more impregnated to induce fears or be induced by a fear to induce more fear. All is still human. All is not wrong for being felt. All is not wrong to be asked to have and receive an answer for when you have questions in life. Look at that, as the Queen of Swords comes in and it's like, hello. And the truth of this pudding is supposed to be what? Excuse me about that. Queen of Swords is admitting that she has gone through a lot of that reckoning to reach her intellect. Alright, when we said emotional intelligence, she is the emotional intelligence. She is the one that's a truth seeker. She is the one that won't take every law and order by the face value of the law and order. If there are things that needs to be amended, she will step into the action and amend it. Period. Look at all those major arcana. What is the World, Empress, and Judgment. We have Page of Cups, Six of Swords, Ten of Wands, and Temperance. Whew. A lot of you had to build thick skin over the years of your life. And now every injustice is in charge in the right placement to help you detox and not get a less thicker skin, but to not feel so weighed down by what are some of life's inevitable lessons. Because whatever is going to unfold with this lesson is going to open up different doors, another trajectory for you. But not until the very last drop is understood. it's a very aerial sense of judgment here. This may not make sense yet until the days teeter on for themselves and that kind of thread is being pulled through, so that once you understood this is the end, you kind of let go of this threading almost, and then everything falls apart the way it needed to on that Monday. It's a message that will only make sense for those that it will be action orientated for in the next few taking of time. Some of you are meant to be a bit more artistic, like truly bringing more color into your life. Whether that is gifting other people with your sense of artistry, or utilizing internal color to have a sense of expression onto the canvas of life. Don't think that you need a paintbrush and paint to be an artist. That's not what we're addressing. All right. With that being said, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space, Scorpio. And may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.